Hey everybody, it's Yasmin here. How you going? Sorry, I'm a bit of a wreck doing all this on my holidays. 1 minute I'm lying around like a lunatic and the next minute I'm jumping on a Facebook Live. How are you all? I hope you are very, very well. My darling husband, may I have a glass of water, please? Sorry, I'm a bit... Whoa! It was a bit hard getting set up today. Anyway, you're all hopping on, that's great. Got my new earrings, got the diary. So now, yes, great. Now I've got my sunnies on so I can see, but I can't read. So actually, I do have some. I do actually have some easy peasy sunglasses. I should grab them out. Hello, Tracy Wall. Hello. Tracy has, along with B, they've single-handedly kept the chanting group going. Hello, Melanie. Hello, Valentine. Tavinda. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. How are you going? Yes, Leo new moon blessings to you too. Very, very exciting. And also, darling, do you think you bring my new cards out, please? My poor husband's racing around like a lunatic for me because I didn't get everything organised. So I'm here in beautiful Lake Geneva still. Can you see it? There it is. Look at that. Ah, thank you, my beautiful husband. Thank you, darling. All right. Excuse me. So, we are here to launch the diary, which I am happy to tell you, are you ready, is... Are you ready? Are you ready? Sunday Times bestseller! Woo! It's a Sunday Times bestseller. Thanks to you guys. I actually found out, I think on like Tuesday or something, because Hay House found out and they told me. And we scraped in by the skin of our teeth at number 5 on the manuals list. And it's in the Sunday Times today. It's even in the paper. It's the only category they'd let us in, whatever. It's still a Sunday Times bestseller. So if you are one of the people who has already bought a copy, or if you're one of the people who actually already had a copy and bought another copy to support me, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It's really, truly, honestly a dream come true. It's one of my biggest dreams. So there we go. How's that for the launch party? No wonder I had the intuition to wait, because somehow this got planned by my team, I think, or maybe me on an off day. In the waning cycle, and I'm like, I'm not going to launch it in the waning cycle, for God's sake. Have I actually met myself? And so I changed it today. Little did I know, at the last minute, the book would become eligible to go on the list. It had been rejected for the last 2 years by Nielsen as being stationary, which I find really rude. But anyway, I've forgiven them now, because it's got about, I think it's got 30 or 40,000 words in it. And so it qualifies as a book after all. Yay! And it's a Sunday Times bestseller, which makes me a Sunday Times best-selling author. Woohoo! So there we go. Thank you so much, guys. Cindy Crow Conchi bought another copy. Thank you. Paula, mine arrives today. Thank you. Manira says pleasure, joy. Thank you, thank you. Honestly, thank you guys. I mean, I'll tell you one thing, and I'm not just saying this like it might sound a bit earnest or Pollyanna or whatever, but it really made me feel like I want to do more and better for you guys, because, you know, I know that it only got in there, like it scraped in there, because I only had like literally 48 hours notice that it might be eligible. And I knew we were that close, but you know, I knew the other books could outsell it or whatever. And just to know that you guys actually went out there and bought more copies, bought copies and bought more copies, was so touching. So, you know, it only makes me want to do better by you. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. so that's fun for the launch party, isn't it? Yay! If we've just jumped on, it's a Sunday Times best-selling book, and I'm now a Sunday Times best-selling author, and I can put that before my name for the rest of my days. Hello! And for those of you who haven't seen, here's where I am in beautiful Lake Geneva. All right. So what I thought I would do today, since it's the launch party, I mean, obviously when I scheduled this party, I didn't know the book was going to become eligible for the bestsellers list, and I certainly didn't know we were going to make it on there. So I didn't plan to talk about it. What I actually thought I would talk about, for those of you who've bought the diary, apart from saying my big, big thank you, is just to kind of talk you through it, okay? Karen Wiedemeyer says, Yasmin, you are so awesome. You guys are so awesome for helping me make that dream come true. Thank you. So let's talk about the diary, okay? So it's Moonology Diary 2022, and there are some changes. First change is this amazing blue color. So if you don't have your copy yet, it's got this beautiful blue color. And actually, we've changed the graphics up a bit this year. And we've also changed the color of the font, because I know a few of you said last year you found the font color a bit hard to read. So we changed that. Another big change of the 2022 diary is the fact that 2022 looks like being a much easier year. Yay! Thank goodness. So that's good. So there's good news. Thanks, Keriston. And then at the intro, it's, you know, it's the normal. I think every year I do just what the year ahead's all about. And then we have, I mean, a few little changes. Like there's one big change which I'll tell you about in a minute. But there's this thing where you put working out the 5 most important things in your life. And then we've got all the phases of the moon in there, like we have every year for anyone who's buying the diary for the first time, and how to work with the new and full moons. All about the houses, which I'll explain to you. And then there's a section on how to use this diary to get the most out of it. Beth says, would you mind removing the filter over your face? It's very distracting. I'm sorry, but I'm just not ready for being without a filter right now. I'm on holidays. I've barely brushed my hair for a week, as you can see. I certainly don't have any makeup on, and you would probably not be able to watch me without a filter, trust me. Just listen if you find the visual distracting. Sorry. Okay, so then this was a reader-led initiative. This is the monthly overview, which we did include. Oh, here come the spammers. Okay, so don't click on the spammers where they're giving you live links. They are spammers. They're trying to steal your money. What a stupid way to make a living, frankly. Or maybe who am I to judge? I don't know. Anyway, so we have the monthly overview, which was a reader-led initiative. Then we have, yes, mantras. So this is the one for the first one. So every new and full moon has a spread like it did in the past few years. This year we've got the date and the time here. Then the section, what this lunation means for you. I'll explain that in a minute. And then, as someone just pointed out, we also have mantras this year. And once we get closer to the end of the year, all the bonuses that come with the diary will be available. But you've got all the mantras, and I'll be putting them in the diary bonuses area so you can listen to them, okay? And as well as chanting them. And basically the idea is that it just aligns you with the energies. They're chants that I got via my teacher in India, Sri Shakti Narayani Amma, and also by actually an amazing Sanskrit expert called Michael Mastro in San Francisco. Is basically between him and my teacher. So one thing I'd just like to point out, and I will do a video about this, and there is a video in the bonuses area, but every month you can see it says what this lunation means for you, okay? What this lunation means for you. And there's the houses section. Now, it's really important, if you don't know about this, to do this, because this is kind of the thing that sets this diary one level up, if you ask me. It means that basically it tells you, say for example, if your Aries rising, then the first new moon of the year is in your 10th house, and it says see pages 15, 16. So you go back to pages 15 and 16, and there's a section about what the houses mean, and then what it means for the 10th house or the 9th house or whatever it is. And so that basically allows you to understand where the new moon is taking place for you every single month. So let's just say, for example, it's the Leo full moon, Leo new moon this month. So it's the same every year. The Leo new moon will always trigger the same part of your chart every year, depending on your rising sign. Okay, so that's this one, the new moon in Leo today, but for next year it's the same. So for example, if your Aries rising, it's 5th house. If your Taurus rising, it's 4th house. If your Gemini rising, it's 3rd house, and so on. And then you just go back here and it tells you, oops, not there, page 15, here, and it tells you what it means. So then you find out where the new moon's taking place for you, where the full moon's taking place for you, and so on. So that's always been there. That's the same as ever. There's a big difference. Catherine Watson, it would be neat if the diary had a page marker. Look, so many people ask for that, and all I can say is stay tuned. It's not in this one. Oh, please stop telling me the filter's distracting. I'm not going to take it off, and it just upsets me if you're upset. Please. I'm sorry, but I mean, the other filters are even worse. Like, okay, what about this one? How do you feel about this one? Is that better? Or what about this one? Ah, dear. I mean, I could just go for a triangle. How's that? Any better? Okay, so Sandra says, should you always take your rising sign? Yes. Now, why? Because when you look at your rising sign, you basically get a reading that's actually the same as if you were looking at your actual birth chart. Okay, so always look at your rising sign. So do we agree? Which filters? But I'm going back to hearts and flowers. Okay, now this is the big difference this year. This is the big difference. Are we okay with the filters? Are we going to cope with the filters? I'm sorry, it's really confronting getting on Facebook. I mean, I might seem like I'm, Mrs. Natural, but I have every hang-up known to womankind about what do I look like. And if I want to put on a filter because it makes me feel better, then I do it because, it's really confronting getting up here. Trust me. Maybe you'd be better off looking at the beautiful view. How's that? Yeah. How's that for a beautiful view? I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's why I use filters. I'm sorry. And you're all saying you all look lovely natural. Yeah, thank you. But I feel better with a filter. It just makes you look like you've been in the makeup chair, which I haven't been. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Pamela. Okay, cool. All right, so this is the big difference this year, and it's a really, really big difference. So what we've done differently is we've changed the way we do the new moon wishes. Okay, we've changed the way we do the new moon wishes, which is massive because honestly, this is one of the biggest things about the diary is that it gives you the space, literally, to make your wishes, and then at full moon it gives you the space to do your release work. All right, so I mean, this is a launch party for probably mostly of you who've got the diary, so you can just go and find it. The first one, someone was asking for page numbers. The first one comes on about page 26 is the first new moon wishes, but you get them every single new moon. And so what we've done differently is this time, I was speaking to a girlfriend of mine, Melissa Hobbs, and she said, you know, what about if when you do the new moon wishes, you just have one big, hairy, audacious goal, but we took out the word hairy because it didn't sound very nice. And we have one big, audacious goal that you're working on, and then you have smaller things like that are going to back up that goal, rather than just doing 10 massive goals every month, because, you know, it's really quite a lot to have 3 big goals or 5 big goals. So you have one big thing that you really, really want. Okay, so listen to this. I've got, I give up. I cannot see with the filters and you are talking so fast. Honestly, can't you be nice? Like, I'm not happy with that. It's not very nice. I'm trying my best. I'm sorry. Can't you just say, yeah, okay, I'll change the filter. Let me change the filter for you. And I will try and speak more slowly. I'm just excited. You've got to be nice, though. It's like, come on. Okay, so basically the top one is my biggest, most audacious goal, wish or intention at this new moon is, and then you make a note of it. All right, your biggest goal. So now turn it into an affirmation. All right, so write it here as if it's already happened. So whatever your biggest goal is, you turn it into an affirmation, and then you commit to reciting this affirmation. And then you add 3 micro goals for the month that feed into your main goal, okay? And then other goals and wishes which back up what's going on. So there you go. So that is the Moonology Diary 2022. Talk about a vibe killer. Yeah, anyway. That's it. All right, so what I thought I would do is I would do a, let me just think if there are any other changes. So that's the new moon. That's the biggest change. And then you've got all the weekly stuff with the sort of a message for the week, which often we'll mention if there's a retrograde or whatever. And then we've got all the full moon stuff, where you get obviously all the information about the full moon, the times and so on, and you know, all the exercises that you do every month. So now what we're going to do is we are going to do a chant. We are going to do a chant. Let me just show you the water again so we get the good vibes. That's the beautiful lake. Yes, I'm silly to get upset, aren't I? I'm oversensitive. I was only saying that to someone the other day. I am oversensitive and I try not to be, but you know. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to telling you about how it's a Sunday Times bestseller. That will get me back in a good mood. Yay! Thank you so much, everybody. All right, so I'm going to do a chant, and I'm going to, I should just turn off the comments. That's what I should do, and just read them after. That would be better, but then that's not right because everybody else misses out. Anyway, let's do a chant. So what I thought I would do is a chant for Ganesha. So Ganesha is the Hindu god, elephant god. And I learned pretty much about everything I know about Ganesha in India. Oh, hi, Leonard. Come and say hello. Say something in French for us. This is Leonard. Come and say hello.
Bonjour.
Tell us something.
Plein de gens.
Il y a plein de gens, oui. Loads of people.
C'est sur Insta?
C'est sur Facebook.
Oh, ouais.
Leonard's one of the locals at the lake. Thank you. He's a great kid. They're all in there. They're upstairs. Yeah, we've got lots of teenagers. So we are going to do a chant, and it's Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. I am going to do it 3 times, and basically, I'm turning off the comments. There we go. Basically, with the Hindu elephant god Ganesha. Ganesha is basically always there for writers, but also there at the start of anything. So it's the new moon, so it's a really good time to be doing anything new. And we're doing a new moon ceremony in about 2 hours from now as well. So if you haven't signed up for that, it's free, and you can do it you just register on the events page. So it's a good time if we're launching anything new, but because this is the diary party, even though it's my party and I can cry if I want to, so it's the diary party, so I'm going to do it for that. So one thing that I've learned in India from my teacher, Sri Shakti Narayani Amma, is that when you're starting something new, it's a really good time to appeal to Ganesha. And I somehow really relate to Ganesha, even though, as I always say, I'm not Hindu. I'm not an expert, but I've learned all this in India over the last 15 years. And Ganesha is definitely always there to help us overcome obstacles, which I think most people know, but not everybody knows that actually Ganesha is also brilliant for when you're starting something new. So this is the diary launch party of the Sunday Times best-selling Moonology Diary 2022. I'm going to do a chant to Ganesha, all right? And then I'm going to start actually with Om Namo Narayani, which is I surrender to the divine, and then I'm just going to say thank you 3 times because I'm so grateful to all of you and to the universe. And then I'll do Ganesha, and then we'll probably finish there, and then I'll see you back here for the new moon ritual in about an hour and a half from now. Okay, so Om Namo Narayani. Om Namo Narayani. Om Namo Narayani. Thank you. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. So there we go, guys. We can consider the diary is officially launched. I'm going to put the comments back on. Thank you, everybody, for your kind comments. And I really want to thank you so much to those of you who bought the diary or bought another copy of the diary to help me. It means so much. Someone's saying, does anyone know what time the zones are listed, AM or PM? Well, they're just listed. The zones are London, Sydney, LA and New York. And I'm announcing the winners. Yes, I am announcing the winners. We have our winners. Oh, God, hang on. I think I can announce them. Just give me 1 second. I might disappear for a minute. All right. So first of all, I am announcing the winners of the Destiny Bundle. Okay, the Destiny Bundle, which was anybody who went in our it's called Up Viral competition, which was to share the diary with friends. And let me just refresh my memory. Okay. Susan Barrows and Rosie Lacombe. And actually you guys tied. We were only going to give one, but you guys tied Susan Barrows and Rosie Lacombe. And so you guys win the Destiny reports. And now I can't remember who. Just let me see if I can quickly get the name of the person who. There's 2 people who've won a reading. Louise Watts and Amanda Cumberland. You have won the reading. Louise Watts and Amanda Cumberland. You have both won a reading with me. All right. We will be sending out emails to everybody to let them know that they've won. But if you're watching, that is you. Colleen says you don't specify AM or PM. That's because we use a 24-hour clock. So 1952, for example, means it's like, I think in America you call it military time. Means it's 7:52 PM. I actually don't know why we do that. We probably should put AM and PM in next year. But at the moment, this year, it's a 24-hour clock. Congratulations to the winners. And we will be in touch. There's also 10 winners of lots of cards and everything. We will email everybody who's won in the next couple of days. Oh, thanks for saying thank you. Thanks for saying congratulations. And I will be back in about an hour and a half. We will be setting our new moon intentions. And I just want to say one more time, the book made it, if you missed it, the book made it into the Sunday Times bestsellers. Woohoo! And that is honestly, obviously, thanks to you guys who bought it. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'll see you back here for the new moon ceremony. All right? Lots of love, guys.